Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Wednesday, June 11th, 2024. Welcome to another eBay video. This video is going to be a recap, a very short recap of what we talked about on Friday night, and then I'm going to give you some new information. For those of you that did not see Friday night's video, I received an unfair negative feedback from a buyer that made a mistake when he bought my item. Here is the feedback. Wish people like you were nicer. Enjoy your weekend, Joe. And he left me a negative feedback, as you can see. Now, before we go any further, let me just show you, because in case you didn't watch the video, this is the item. The title starts out with the word one, O-N-E. The picture has a picture of one, as you can see. The description down here clearly says one. Now, in the messages, here's the message that this buyer sent to me. Look very carefully. May I please return this? I thought it was a pack of 4. I do accept returns for any reason, but they have to be within 30 days, and this character waited 35 days. This person is located in Canada and has left exactly one feedback in his life, and it was negative for me. So I declined the return, mainly because it was past my 30-day return window, and eBay definitely says that is okay to do. Plus, what kind of a rational person would think they're getting 4 wire wheels for $60? Even though the listing said 81, this person right here sent me a best offer of $60, which I accepted. He received the item in a timely manner, and I will show you that in a second. Let me find out where it is. Here it is right here. Now you'll see it was shipped right away, Monday, May 6th, and the address he used was Lewiston, New York, in spite of the fact he's registered in Canada. So I didn't really think that was weird at the time. I shipped the item, and like I said, I didn't hear anything for 35 days when he wanted to return the item, and I refused the return. Simple as that. Although he waited 35 days to ask to return the item, he waited about an hour and a half before he left me the negative feedback. Okay? My feedback now looks like this. Look at this one here. Let me explain what happened here. You'll see it's still negative, but you're going to see that there is just a dot. The eBay representatives, all 3 of them, agreed that this buyer was violating eBay procedures by leaving me feedback naming me, my personal name, which is not allowed, and they agreed to remove the comment, but they would not remove the negative rating. They say that all buyers are allowed to leave their true feelings on any item that you sell them. Now, please keep in mind that he had sent me the message saying that he made the mistake and he thought he was getting 4 and not just 1. But eBay doesn't care. The feedback system is so out of control and hurting sellers so badly that it's now critical mass. But the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I'm going to show you something now that's going to make your jaw drop. Within 1 hour of my incident that I just related to you, the same exact thing happened to another eBay seller in eBay Motors who I know personally, and I swear to God, the buyer is complaining that the seller only sent him one item, and he misread the listing and thought he was getting 4. But in the comment I'm going to show you now from Facebook, this buyer threatens feedback extortion and did in fact leave the seller negative, and eBay refuses to remove it. Now, take a look. I'm going to read this to you. Does anyone have any luck at getting negative feedback reviews removed anymore? I have a clear-cut case of buyer extortion and they won't remove it. The buyer states, and this is a quote, "Hi, before I leave frustrated feedback, I want to offer you the chance to respond to it. My frustration with you stems from the price you charged for a single wheel cover. It was similar to packages of wheel covers and sent a misleading signal. I understand it's a marketplace and you can charge whatever you want. It's also a marketplace where I can vent my frustrations. Rather than cause possible lost sales through poor feedback, I respectfully request partial refund of $30, which would settle the issue in my mind. If you decline, here's the feedback I plan to leave." The transaction turned into a headache. The seller priced their single cover at the same rate as other sellers priced 4 packs of wheel covers. eBay displayed them side by side. After the purchase, I didn't realize it until it was too late. I paid $62 for a single cover. The return cost $40. My negative feedback is for misleading pricing scheme from the seller and the expensive and cumbersome return process. I don't recommend buying on eBay, and I recommend caution with this particular seller, unquote. And then the seller replied, "We explained the listing clearly states there's only one hubcap in the listing and provided return instructions. They left a negative review." Guys, as bad as my story is, this guy's is even worse because it's the same thing. The buyer thought he was getting all 4, but only got 1. He admits that he misread the listing, but here he tries feedback extortion and complains about the price he paid. All these things are the buyer's fault, and listen carefully to me, my good friends. eBay has refused to remove this feedback as well. That being said, how confident are you that with the current feedback system, eBay has your back? It happened to me, it happened to my friend, and it's probably going to happen to you. And one last thing before I leave you, a few people misunderstood my first video on Friday when I talked about some feedback changes eBay was making. The only change I know to my knowledge is the fact that they will remove any negative feedback when the buyer complains that the seller would not agree to a cancellation. Several of my longtime subscribers misread that or misunderstood it. I think they walked away when I was talking and missed half the video. And I was a little chagrined about that, but I just figured I would make that a little bit clearer today. Thank you for watching my video. Please, for Christ's sake, guys, I want to see comments about eBay's lousy, stinking feedback system. It's out of control. Buyers are running rampant. Thank you for watching. I'm Crazy New York Driver. I hope you've had a good week on eBay. I hope you're making some eBay sales. And I hope, for Christ's sake, you don't get too many negative feedbacks, especially of the unwarranted variety, like I received and this gentleman received. Rock on and peace.